Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I wanted to give you an update on my porcelain yoke sweater knitting project.
I am farlig, ja?
Hi guys, it's been so long where I just haven't been reaching for my knitting project. Not going to go into it too much. Again, you guys have heard about my eye problems in previous videos, but it just hasn't really been better. It's been worse. I can't get rid of the bacteria in my eyes. Currently, I'm on my third round of antibiotics, and so yeah, I'm just hoping to heal from it soon, but I haven't been able to knit because of my vision. So it's only been the last few days that I've been trying to finish the body of the sweater. I thought I would be done by now, really, but really I haven't gotten very far since my last update. And the recipe, or the knitting descriptions, you're supposed to do an Italian bind off, but I've been watching several YouTube videos trying to describe how you do this, and it looks very complicated to me. Like, it's doable, but I think maybe I'm gonna try to just do a regular bind off instead for this one. I just don't want to risk not being able to bind off in a nice pretty way. But I think when I look at it, like, this Italian bind off is sort of a technique, bind off technique, where you create more elasticity, really, and it looks really nice. And I do think it's a good way of binding off if you know how to do it, but I've never tried it before, and so I think I'm just gonna try a regular bind off. That's where I'm at, really. So not really doing great with the progress, but hopefully I can start on the sleeves very soon.
jo kjempestore. Det er liksom å dusje. Jeg har 2 dråper på meg, og det er vått.
I just wanted to try it on. You can't even see. Okay, this is how far it goes. This is a slow work in progress, but we're getting there. I keep bumping into obstacles when it comes to my health. So yeah, but we're trying. I'm almost done with the color work on the first sleeve, and so far it's been going pretty well, I think. Yeah. So that's like obviously the hardest part on the sleeves, and from there I think it's going to go pretty fast. And then we have, it's really the hardest part about the sleeves for me is connecting it again with the rest of the sweater and make it look kind of not very visible where you've sort of connected it, and not make any big holes under here, which I feel like there are a little bit right here, but it's pretty good, I think. It could have been so much worse. I did get some help again from my mentor, my sister. So I'm pretty happy. It wasn't too hard getting into the color work again. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And I feel like it fits like a glove. So I wonder how it's going to be once I'm done, and I'm gonna, I forgot the name. When you, yeah, I'll write it here. It's completely out of my head. When you do that to the sweater, it is gonna get a little bit bigger. So the sweater might end up being a little bit too big on me, or for me, like for how I want it to be, because I feel like this is perfect right now. So I'm gonna try not to stretch it during that process, but okay, so this is how far we've come, and we're almost at the end of July. I've made really good progress, and I'm now working on finishing up the second sleeve. So that's the final part, pretty much. And things have gone pretty smoothly lately. The second sleeve went pretty fast. I did have a long break, but and I did need a little help getting started with the first sleeve, but I'm proud to say that I've managed the second one all by myself. I did notice that my tension might have been a bit too tight when I was working on the color work. It kind of pulls in a little bit right here, but I'm hoping that it'll even out after washing and blocking it. So in this video, I also wanted to share a few adjustments and simplifications that I decided to do while I was knitting. For example, I did decide to do just a simple regular bind off instead of the recommended Italian bind off. It just felt a bit too advanced for me at that stage, and I know that the Italian bind off probably would have looked a little bit neater, but I am pretty happy with the result. So another thing that I decided to change was the neckline. So instead of folding it down and knitting it together at the beginning, I just left it as it was. So I'm planning to sew it in instead now at the end. I did consider to leave it as it is, but I think I'll end up folding it after all. So we'll see how it goes. So if I could change one thing, I'm very happy with the length. I did decide to knit a little bit longer than what is, I guess, trendy and common these days. I didn't do anything other than what was said in the recipe for the cuffs, but if I could change one thing, it would probably be the cuffs, because I wish the sleeves were a bit more fitted around the waist. I don't know if it's just me, but overall I am really happy with how it's coming together, and I'm so glad that I'm almost done. But I'm also really happy that I did choose to knit this sweater, because I think it is really pretty. And also because of some eye issues and some long breaks, this did turn out to be a long project. I guess I used about 6-7 months on this sweater. I could have probably used, I don't know, 4 months if I was more effective, but I'm not. So that's how long it took to complete, and the total cost of the sweater was about 1,000 Norwegian kroners, which is roughly about $90. So I don't think that's too bad for a handmade sweater. So this is before. As you can see, I'm not completely done with the sleeve, and I'm not completely done with the neckline. That's supposed to be like folded in like so. So that's probably the last thing that I'll do, and other than that, this is pretty much done. So this is the sweater before blocking, and then I will come back and show you the final result. I hope that this video inspired you to start your own knitting project, whatever you choose to make, and I'm sure it'll be worth it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!